Were you hoping for a larger number, and what's your response?
You know, Lauren, the way I look at these numbers, and every month I say the same thing, the jobs numbers are subject to revision. They move up and down. It's important to put them in the context of all of the other data that are coming in. If you look over the last 3 months, we just had the strongest quarter of total job growth since the first quarter of 2006. If we look at unemployment insurance claims, they reached their lowest level in 4 years. If we look at the unemployment rate, as you mentioned, it's down to 8.2%. Back in the summer, it was at 9.1%. So these are signs that the economy is moving in the right direction, but there remains a lot of work to be done.
So if you look at a longer-term trend, then, are you confident now that the U.S. economy is well underway? I mean, is that trend clear for you with these numbers?
You know, I think what we see in this recovery is that the economy faced very severe problems that have been building up for decades. Literally, if you look at struggles that middle-class families have been having. It's going to take a while before we solve all of those problems, but I think we're seeing progress, 25 straight months of private sector job growth. The economy is on a much, much better trajectory than it was when the president came to office. And we just have to keep at the policies and keep at doing the things that are helping the economy to recover.
Sure. The Federal Reserve Chairman, Ben Bernanke, is among those who have pointed out that the GDP growth is less than the jobs growth has been. There's been a bit of an irregularity there. Is that something that you see as puzzling or important, or how do you see that?
Well, I think all economists would look at GDP growth and trends in unemployment, trends in job growth, see what fits together, what doesn't. And as I mentioned, all of those numbers are subject to revisions. One of the things which is also inconsistent with this picture is that gross domestic income, which is another way of measuring total economic activity, which should equal GDP, actually was quite a bit stronger than GDP growth at the end of last year. So I think when we put all of this together, we see that the economy is continuing to expand. Job growth over the past quarter was at a stronger rate than it had been in recent quarters. And we just have to keep working at it to make sure that this recovery continues, because the hole that the president was facing, the economy was facing when the president came to office, was very deep, and we've got to continue digging our way out of it.
Just one last question. I mean, the unemployment rate decreased in part because of the size of the labor force decreased. I mean, is that a concern to you if fewer people are actively looking for jobs, according to the most recent report?
Well, again, these numbers move around quite a bit month to month, particularly with the household survey. The monthly movements are hard to interpret because of the sampling variability. If you look back over the past 6 months, 7 months, since the summer, the unemployment rate came down from 9.1 to 8.2%. Labor force participation rate over that period was pretty much the same, which indicates that the reason the unemployment rate has been coming down over recent months is because more people are finding jobs, and we've got to continue the things that help more and more people to find jobs.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Laura McGinnis for Reuters News at the White House.